Solitude is a power few many of us get to admire and also get to be aware of. As we enter the third installment of Current State of Mind, I indulge myself in thoughts of self-reflectment and also self-encouragement. It takes a lot for you to be by yourself. Make sure that the time you do spend with yourself is one you get to enjoy. Here we are, back at it again. Ain't nobody can stop this movement. Yet another lovely episode of the Motivational Maniac podcast heading right your way. I'd like to thank each and everybody who's been a huge part of this amazing journey. It hasn't been an easy one. As a person, especially with the lot that I'm dealing with, I'm kind of grateful. I need to be very observant that it takes a huge amount of accountability as a person for you to grow. Let's admire ourselves and the fact that we have prevailed over things that we didn't even see ourselves prevailing over. So I'd like to thank my ancestors. I'd like to thank the Almighty Shiva. Also, let me bask in my own blessing and elevate and motivate. Thank you. Back at it again. Your host, Motivational Maniac Podcast. We are alive and kicking. Don't you ever forget to be grateful for whatever has taken you here. Let's continue being positive reinforcers and builders of the future that we seek and sustain. And irregardless of where we come from, we are capable of greatness. Your success is right next to you. But the question is, are you ready to grasp it? Are you ready to have the time of your life? Namaste. As I'm about to have my day, my leisure time matters a lot. After a hard days of work, get a few sessions of Far Cry in, try to advance the stage, and never mind the music in the background, but the thoughts that seep through my mind are thoughts of affectionate awe for the self. How I've turned into this magnificent being because of the thoughts that I chose to entertain as a person. And even till this day, I'm still growing. It's like there is no day that doesn't come reserved with lessons. So as an attentive person, you have to pay attention to everything, especially the position you find yourself in now as a person. So as I look for grace and beauty through everything that I go through, I understand that I'm always going to be met with difficulty. But difficulty should not sway me away from doing my best. Not just doing my best, but also seeking what seeks me. I have to be attentive, I have to be loving, I have to be patient, I have to be very careful of how I tread uncharted waters, uncharted territories. You don't become great by playing small. Think big. Think very big. There is no limit to your thoughts. And with my mom on my mind, I realize again that I'm in grace. I've always been in grace. And there's a reason why the Almighty blesses you with the experiences that He does. You are meant to learn from your experience. That is all you're supposed to be doing. Learn as much as you can. And I can't even think about all the beauty that has come to me by being so attentive, understanding, careful, maneuver as you're supposed to maneuver. I do understand that difficulty sometimes can even stop us from our own greatness. But I don't want you to give up. Thando, I don't want you to give up. Giving up is for suckers, man. And the fact that you still have life in you, make sure to enjoy the ride. My life has been such a blessing to me as well. And the fact that I've been an attentive person. Shout out to my mom, man. She didn't give up. She knew that she had given birth to the most wonderful kids. And one thing that I'll forever keep in my heart is the fact that my mom always wanted the best for us. So wherever you find yourself, I think you need to use what you have to your advantage. And that is what she was teaching me. I would have loved to be such a very mature and also a very understanding person. Because when you're growing up and you're a teenager and your mom is going all through this pain, you kind of ask yourself, why would God put my mom in this situation where it feels like sometimes she can't even provide for her own kids? It's time that you can't have back, man. So it's time to love those you love, especially those who are still in your life, because it matters for everyone. Who you have, you will be a result of all the people that you meet in your life. I've learned to be in the moment, man. With everything that's happened, with everything that life is continuing to kind of push my way, I couldn't be more grateful as a person. And I just want to elevate and motivate, man. I want people to be better when they're in my company. I want people to also make others better. But first of all, be better for the self. We know how sometimes self-improvement sucks, but you'd be in one place if you continued the way that you did as a person. So I think sometimes I feel patting myself on the back, because this world teaches you depression is good, but I'm not going to accept that. So sleep is for the rich, and if I'm not being of value, then I'm being a nuisance. So it's quite important for us. When we grow wiser, and you get even more attentive as a person, because the best things in life are for free. Don't worry, cry. We will get where we're supposed to get to. But yeah, man, I just want to protect everything, and also that's in my company. You literally have to put yourself on the line. Is it too far? Is it too close? Or is it too near? My dreams are near. My dreams are right. It's so amazing to listen to how beautiful nature can be, and being attentive to it. Just listening to the birds. Nature has a way of teaching us how to be ourselves. If we listened most of the time instead of talking, we would learn a lot. I think it's important for you to, as a person, to avail yourself to listening more. When you become attentive, you tend to get a whole lot of things coming your way. I do understand that sometimes you might want to overwhelm yourself because of the hardships that have been placed in your pathway, but everything has a reason why it's happening to you. You have a very good reason for you to turn up for yourself. One of the most amazing feelings I have ever felt, and I still continue to feel, is the feeling of responsibility for the self. It's one of the most gratifying feelings that a person can ever chase in their lifetime, because you can only be beautiful because of the things that you decide to do as a person. Putting that blame on me and making sure I'm holding myself responsible for everything that happens in my life is so important. As I admire my beard, my beautiful beard. I love myself because I know that the Almighty will never make another person like me. And every time I try to be someone else, I am depriving someone else of knowing the real me. How many times have you deprived people from knowing the real you only because you are led by a mindset of judgment? And it's quite easy for you to dwell on that. Good things will never come to you if you are not attentive, if you are not patient. Good things come when you least expect them, when you drop the expectations and focus mostly on your attitude, building up a very good attitude, towards everything that you are impacted by in your life, made the journey even more easier. And then nam as a person to turn up for myself. You have to realize how blessed you are as a person, and that every opportunity or ifumanayo to live as a person is an opportunity that you can relinquish and live the best possible way that you can. As a people, we get to be better when we get to self-criticize. I don't think I would have gotten to this place as a person if I didn't put that emphasis on I need to treat myself better. I need to have less expectations of myself, because I am starting on a new clean slate now. And when you're starting off on a clean slate, it's important for you to not put any huge expectations on yourself. The ability for me to be a very good starter also played its part there, because I had to realize that I have to be first good at starting before I can be good at doing anything. So I made sure I seeked out everything that will sustain me in that kind of limelight. And I found once you send out that energy to the universe, then it will obviously send you people of that nature. After you have asked, you must also prepare yourself to receive. That is also one thing that this year has taught me, that I also need to be in motion as well, in working for what I want while working towards it. Your patience gets tested a lot before you even get what you want. So it is very easy for you to lose your main objective on why you're going after this thing, because I believe that life is made out of battles that we are always there to conquer. And irregardless of wherever we find ourselves, bands, it's gonna make that even more amazing, bruh. It's sure. I don't think I would have known how capable I was if I didn't make those decisions. And it was quite important for me to be very self-observant, man. And this booze about, as a person, what best can I do to become better me? So I am in the best position ever, because I really understand that everything that is in my way is there for a reason. And sometimes we run away from the struggle, and we also deprive ourselves of the beauty of what the struggle can offer us, the strength that it can show us about ourselves. So when you deprive yourself of the struggle, you put yourself in a far disadvantaged position for you to have any strength to overcome what you are faced with. But that is no excuse for you to stop for anything. I think many of the things that we are already looking for are already at our disposal. But the other thing I have to keep in check is my own attitude towards anything. Am I going to be worthy of the person that I want to be? Am I going to do whatever it means to get what I want? Am I keeping my attitude in check? Because that was one of the most important things that I had to jump on, is the fact that my attitude matters more than anything else. I don't get to be me by playing small. I need to get even bigger. The person who I'm starting to become is a person that I'm very proud of, because that person is more responsible for himself and also for those around him. And he's starting to know his success lies in the relationships that he's going to formulate. With the beauty of this journey that had entailed me, I needed to forgive myself for making certain decisions in my past life, because I didn't know any better. It gives me opportunity as a person to take things to the next level, to start on a clean slate. And
it's not easy at all, because everyone will find themselves in that position where they have to start all over again. You are going to be reborn many, many times in your life. Just imagine how far you would take yourself if you decide to be just disciplined. Just keep your head down. Don't focus on what other people are doing. Just focus on your own vibe, your own crown. Making sure that you are always excelling at whatever you do. And the beauty about that is that I made a choice in doing that. So can you. Nobody who's in any kind of position, I think you can make that choice to say, no, this is not what I want to be. Instead, how about I start chasing what I want to be? Don't quit. You're already in pain. You're already hurt. Get a reward for it. I think those are daily words that each and every person can relate. And if you can dedicate yourself in learning about yourself, I think you would stop doing a whole lot of things that are preventing you from your own success. Many of us don't want to admit to we self-sabotage in most instances because we are too lazy to go and see what works for us. We don't even want to find ourselves in trials of error because we care more about what the onlookers are saying about what we're doing than what we care about ourselves. So how could you kid yourself in that kind of way? And I did find myself in that position. That's why I don't want others to go through the same pain that I went through. Because mentally, times have changed, and with those times changing, it's also proof that things are not always going to stay the same. I must move accordingly. So it's that thing of me bringing myself back to earth, me working from my gift, and understand that I only have this one life to live and I should make the best out of it. There's plenty of mistakes that I've made in the past. There's plenty that I'm going to make in the future. But I'm still learning from them, and that's the beauty about it. Through learning about myself, it's also an opportunity for me to teach others about my own mistakes, to teach others how to also own up to their own mistakes, and for them not to look down upon themselves. It's because they didn't know any better. And when you don't know better, you're not going to do any better. So that is the position I was placed in. But I'm proud that I didn't let that stop me. I continued irregardless. Because many of us think at the first sight of trouble or the first sight of anything that has to do with the struggle, we think about quitting. And quitting is a choice as well. And I don't think I can live with myself if I don't fulfill all these dreams that are in my head. Because I am the person who needs to make them work, nobody else. And once they do work, then the universe shall deliver what I want. So I'm in receiving mode because I've requested from the universe what I want from it. And since I am in receiving mode, it is also very important for me to fine-tune my attitude while I am working towards what I want. Our attitude is tested mostly when we don't have what we want and when we have everything. I want to always remain humble. It doesn't matter wherever I find myself, but it is what it is. I'll put that blame on me. Be vigilant, be prosperous, and you are quite deserving of everything that is coming your way because you are worthy. The mere fact that you are still alive means that your story is not done. Seek the greatness in you, and you will live a prosperous and peaceful life. Namaste. Yet another lovely and impactful episode. Until next time, namaste.